here with Norman. She was cheating on you. What are you, stupid? At least I'm assuming she was cheating on you. I could be wrong. But Occam's razor says, and that explains why she was always happier when he was around. I'm updating my theory to add a little bit of motivation to it. Wife cheats with old friend. Dude finds out about it. Goes fucking crazy. But I guess that doesn't really explain the serial murders, unless he really does have a schizophrenic personality who's been a serial murderer for a while. Does it really count as serial murders? Maybe. A lot of killings going on. One thing I find interesting about this game, and I don't know how well you can see, but color. The color of the blood is not really red, it's orange. And it's just part of the color palette they use for the game. But that's why when I first came across blood, I didn't really have any clue what it was. It just kind of looked like an orange, upside-down jellyfish in a corner. Same color as my dude's hair, I would like to point out. I guessed this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings from 2 cups still there in the wood. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? Sure, you're already dirty from going through the sewer anyway. I found a hairpin amongst the rotting food and trash and pocketed it. What? I actually guess hairpins are pretty useful things. And that is the only reason to come in here. I feel like there's not... What have I not done in here? I've been up there. I've been in the non-bedroom. I guess I'll come down here. Ah! I can pick a lock with a hairpin. I used the hairpin to pick the lock. The lock snapped in half. The hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away. Single use. The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things. Postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much, but Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. And for a quickie! The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. I wondered if someone had robbed the place before killing Norman upstairs. The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then. Wait a minute. So he locked the door from the shop to the house, but not the front door. Well, I guess if someone came in and murdered him, that would make more sense. Whatever. The night continued to take horrible turn after horrible turn. It had been weeks since I'd last seen Norman, but to find him like that... As I thought of him still lying on the floor back there, the gun I carried seemed ever-present. Seeing that dusty box of those old clothes was a shock. How long had they been there? And what was Rachel doing at Norman's place? I felt like I had only discovered more questions, no answers. But I was close to home. It was time to find out the truth. Is that my house? Are we next door neighbors? I'm going to assume no. Whose house is this? It was locked. This wasn't the right gate. How many gates are there? 2, 3. I'm just going to go through them in order. If I miss something, that sucks. The gate was locked tight. This wasn't my house! Yes, the gate is open, therefore this must be my house. Okay. Alright, well. So much for seeing what else there was. This gate is too small. This gate is too big. This gate is just right. The neighborhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out as if someone hadn't pushed it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? Yes, because I'm a snoop who lets mice die in traps. The envelope was addressed to Norman. There was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. I took a deep breath and tore open the package. Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did, well, it was wrong. My husband isn't an easy man to be with, but he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out, away from you both. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to tell him, Norman. So don't think you can hold that against me. Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure I even want to, but he deserves at least that much. Goodbye. Whose theory was correct? My theory was correct. Okay, that was addressed to me. No, I'm gonna go back this way. I'm just gonna go check every gate. Yep, not my gate. I had the wrong gate. This one was locked. Why does everyone but me lock the gates to their house? Hey, there's blood on that one. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was going to say through my bones. I was trying to take the chilled me to my bones thing and over it. Yeah, anyway. I was expectant, but also afraid. You know, this whole time, the ability to lift up the lamp has only come into play once. Actually, that's a lie. Things on the ceiling that you need to be looked at, you need to hold that up. I was going to say, but like, I guess the only thing that has really stuck with me is those stupid bats. I hate bats in video games. I'm going to rant about bats in video games for a moment. How do you feel about bats in video games? I hate them. Why are they such a pain in the butt? They're always a pain in the butt. This is the only time where they haven't been like, I'm going to take all your health, bitch! And they just freaked me out instead. Even though I kind of had an idea before I held up the light what those bats were going to do. Ugh! And the bats in Zelda. They catch on fire, and then they're fire bats, and they destroy your wooden shield, and it sucks to be you. Anyway, back to the game. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside, but I knew that if I didn't, the game wouldn't end, so I did it anyway. There's blood on the fence! The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. Dun dun dun! Hey, little orange sticky notes. I remembered having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday? Or sometime before? Oops. Oh, come on. Ah! This game doesn't react fast enough. I want to do like a dance with the light. Alright. Dance party over. Okay, so we have a door, and that, a chair. What's this? There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there. Did I open it? I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? And that's a chair that's flipped over. Let me go in. The front door was locked from inside. I couldn't go out, though. I needed to see if Rachel was there. Let me reread that. The front door was locked from inside. I couldn't go out, though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. Trying to be dramatic. Not the most dramatic reading ever, but, you know. I'm sitting down, that doesn't help. The door to the basement. It was locked. Where had I put the damned key? It's gonna open the basement. It's gonna be all fairies and rainbows. Probably not. Hey, 3-story house. They're styling. I had found the last missing piece from my wallet. The old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminding me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it anyway? Yeah. I replaced the photo in my wallet, feeling like I had got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Is it just me, or does it look like there's video game consoles down there? I approve. Our television. I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterward, but by then it was too late. Why didn't you have a TV before? The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. How is that different from the other keyholes in your own house? Question mark? Our hallway mirror had been smashed, its pieces scattered around the floor. I couldn't really make myself out anymore. I wasn't sure I wanted to. Got 2 doors here. And 1 door here. I'll go left. Because why not? The books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I look more closely, it looked like the man in that house had some of the same books I did. My wife's, Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling what was in it. Did I open it? Yeah, hopefully it's closed. Inside Rachel's suitcase were a few days' worth of clothes, some personal effects, and a train ticket. As I stared at the ticket, I could feel myself flush with anger and resentment. The date and time matched the receipt I had found. Our sink, which needed to be replaced. One of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't gotten around to fixing it yet. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. Nothing about the toilet? Come on. Alright. Okay, last unlocked room in the house. Computer. My laptop had been left on and only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key in the top drawer of my desk. Did I take it? Yes. I pocketed the key. Presumably this is for the basement, but I'm going to try all the doors until we're done. I feel like the sewers and stuff were creepier than this part, although this part is definitely not uncreepy. Was this a locked door? The door was stuck shut. Old-fashioned keyhole. And that one I got to go in. Down and down and down. I unlocked the basement door. And went through it. Because I'm baller. Like that. That's a wall. There were old Christmas decorations in the box. I couldn't even remember our last Christmas. The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key here. Did I take the key? Yes. I took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked. Your mom! There were old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. Duh. Looked like there was plaster and an old trowel in here, too. We had way too much junk. Oh, that's just all that box says. Alright. Okay. This thing is sending me all over my house. The grimy key I had found in the basement unlocked the door. It looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here? There was an old crowbar on the floor. Did I need to take the crowbar? Yes! More weight to mess up your leg. I lifted the heavy crowbar. I appreciated its weight. I appreciate the weight of a good crowbar. Ah, the crowbar will let me get through the stuck door. On the next up floor. I kinda want to smash the mirror again, but I feel like the game's not gonna let me do that so much. Wait. That wasn't a stuck door. That's... Wait. Where am I? I don't understand anymore. Okay, that's the bathroom. I forgot. Sorry, I forgot where the door is that I need to use this crowbar on. Please wait. I'll get there eventually. That's the TV room. Oh, wait, actually. Oh no, this is the top floor. Where? No, this is the... God damn it, I'm so confused. I hope you're laughing at my confusion. Because that would mean that you're being entertained, which is a good thing. Oh. Oh, Rachel, why? Were you really going to run away with Norman? Was I really such a monster?